Hi everyone, Kathy from Kathy's Vegan Kitchen, and today I heard it's really cold in the Midwest and it snowed. So I am making creamy vegetable soup. It's one of our favorite recipes. We eat it all the time and it has all of these wonderful vegetables in it. So it's fabulous. What we're going to do, you have an option of the cream component that makes it the creamy vegetable soup. I'm going to use a cup of cashews and 2 cups of vegetable broth. If you want the nut-free option, you can use a half a cup of flour, any flour, gluten-free or otherwise, and vegetable broth and do the same thing and stick it in the blender. So I am going to do, actually, we're going to do this simultaneously. We're going to turn on the heat and I'm going to add 3 cloves of garlic into the pan. And I mince those. And 1 yellow onion, again that I minced, diced up real tiny. And 4 ribs of celery. Somebody just corrected me recently that I was calling it stalks of celery instead of ribs of celery. Who knew? A stalk apparently is the whole entire celery. That's what I was calling it. It's just 4 ribs of celery. Again, I diced it. We're going to put that in there. And we're going to stir this around while those onions cook up a little bit. And they get translucent. In the meantime, I'm going to take my 1 cup of cashews. Now, you can soak your cashews overnight if you want, rinse and drain them. Or you can boil them for 10 minutes and drain them for a really quick option. But I have a really good blender, so I don't even need to do that. So I'm just gonna not soaked at all. These are raw cashews, 1 cup. And I need 2 cups of vegetable broth. And check on these onions. I love the smell of cooking onions. Do you love the smell of cooking onions, Tom? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So all it is, the creamy component of the soup is the cup of cashews with 2 cups of water, or again, a half a cup of flour, and that makes it thick. Okay, if we look inside, you will see. Kind of looks like cashew milk, kind of what it looks like. Now I'm going to take 8 ounces of chopped mushrooms. They can just be sliced. The big ones I chopped to be bite-sized. You can leave them sliced big or you can cut them bite-sized, whichever you prefer. And I'm going to add 4 carrots that I sliced thin. And we're going to stir that around until those mushrooms get a little brown. Now, we need 4 more cups of vegetable broth for the soup. So there's already 4 cups in one of these containers. I like the low sodium brand of vegetable broth. I buy this at Costco. It has no sugar added. It's gluten-free, low sodium, and it comes, there's like 8 of them in a carton, and I buy them because I make so much soup. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add 8 ounces of baby red potatoes, and I quartered them because they were kind of big. They're usually smaller, so you want them about the same size as the rest of the stuff. So we're going to put 8 ounces of the potatoes in there. Again, we're going to stir it around. And now we have 1 bunch of asparagus. And Paul and I like the skinny asparagus. I don't like the thick stuff. It tastes better, I think, the skinny stuff, don't you think, Paul? And you're going to cut the woodsy ends off that are kind of tough. You don't eat that part. And then you cut them. I cut them into 5 even sections so they're bite-sized. We're going to throw that in here. And I have 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme. I have rosemary, 2 stalks of rosemary, and we grow it right outside there. And It's just 2 stalks, and I took it off and I chopped it up. And I have a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, and that gives it like a cheesy, creamy flavor. And herb de Provence, I have 2 teaspoons, and we're going to put that in there. And then I have 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Now we're going to add the 4 cups of the vegetable broth. You can just hear it sizzling in there. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you have enough broth so it covers your vegetables. So Paul, look inside here. See how it just makes it right to the rim. Okay? Okay, so we're going to bring this to a boil. And we're not going to add the broccoli in until the last 3 minutes because broccoli only takes 3 minutes to cook. And we're going to add the creamy component at the end too. So I'm going to cover this and we're going to simmer it for 20 minutes. Okay, there's 3 minutes left on the timer. So I'm going to put the broccoli in here. And I'm going to put the creamy component in here. And I'm going to bring it to a boil again. And we're going to cook it for 3 minutes, and you don't need to put the top back on it. And it's going to get a little thicker as it cooks. And as soon as that 3 minutes is up, we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, last 3 minutes it cooked, and as you can see, the broth got really thick, and the broccoli's cooked perfectly. So I'm going to spoon it up into a bowl. It heats really well, like reheats really well too for lunch all week if you like. And it has oodles and doodles of lots of veggies.
Looks hot.
It is hot.
Like a witch's brew.
Like a witch's brew. Yeah, the day after. Okay, let me get a paper towel. And I like to serve this soup with crusty bread, and the reason I like it is because of the broth is so thick, so you kind of stick the bread inside the soup. And there you go, creamy vegetable soup. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see you next time.